All right, so hey guys, it's me, 8444. Today, guys, I want to give you guys my opinion on the right back situation. So apparently, Barcelona is trying to sign three more players this summer. We're apparently going to sign Marcos Alonso. We're going to also sign Bernardo Silva, and we're going to sign right back. Now, apparently, the five right backs that are mentioned are as follows, but according to Gerard Romero, and he's obviously the number one guy for Barca news journalists out of the news. So, like, if you don't believe in like, he's the number one guy basically. So, he's very reliable. So here are the five players he mentioned. He mentioned frimpong, wan-bissaka, Jan Foyth, Diego Dalot, and Thomas Meunier. Okay, and according to Gerard Romero, he says the main favorites are Meunier and Foyth. Meunier would cost around 10 to 12 million, while Foyth would cost around 25 million. Let's go ahead and discuss each of these players in a bit more depth, okay? Because obviously not everyone really knows, but these right backs aren't really, a lot of some people may not know about these right backs that well. Let's start with Meunier. Meunier is right back that's playing at Borussia Dortmund. He's around like 30 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I could go ahead and check. Let's go ahead and check real quick. Um, yeah, he's 30 years old. For me, guys, personally speaking, I asked a Dortmund fan earlier today, and he told me that he just isn't good enough for Dortmund. He just isn't good enough for Dortmund. Um, he's decent for the national team, but to be honest with you guys, I just don't really think he's good enough. I really think that he won't really be that great here. And eventually, we're going to have to replace him yet again because, we're eventually going to have to find a new right back, anyways. And so I don't really see why we should go for him. In fact, in my opinion, this might be the worst one of the five. And yeah, I just don't see why Barca should go for him. So hopefully they don't go for him. Although, according to Jorge Romero, it says that is one of the likely options. Now let's start with the next one, which is wan-bissaka. Oh boy, where do we start with him? See, this is a player that I don't think is as bad as people say it is. Now, obviously, I don't really watch Manchester United a lot, and according to one Manchester United fan, Yasir Sahi told me, is that he is a decent player, but the issue with him is that he is just really good defensively, which is something I like. I like players who are great defensively. That's been one of our weaknesses in the defense. Like one of our back weaknesses in the back line is that we just haven't been able to look into that kind of position. So let me go ahead and read what Yasir Side specifically told me in and direct messages. So shout out to him, man. He told me in particular like, he's naturally gifted as a 1v1 defense, but he's not a Barca player. His footballing ability is below par. He's an old school athletic defensive player. But when he has the ball in his feet, he looks clumsy, and when he gets pressed, a horror show. But if somehow, and I stressed this, if somehow Xavi can improve his footballing ability, somehow he'll be an exceptional right back. Because this is the thing with players, guys, is that just because they're bad for one team doesn't necessarily mean they'll be bad for many other teams. Look at Aubameyang, for instance. Arsenal fans were very happy that Aubameyang left their club, and look at what Aubameyang has been for Barca. So just because a player is performing bad for one team doesn't necessarily mean they're bad everywhere else. There are some players like that. So, Aaron Wan-bissaka, he's 24 years old. He's not really a bad shout. But like I said, it's still more of a gamble, and it's still something that I'm still not really entirely sure I want to do in particular. So yeah, um, yeah. For me personally, I'm not sure about this one. This one, I'm not sure. Next, we have is Diego Dalot. Let's go and talk about him. Diego Dalot is 23 years old. Now, Dalot is not great defensively. He's really bad defensively. He's good on the ball. He's living the final third, needs serious work. And he could be a player that could work, once again, as I said, for Aaron Wan-bissaka. He's a player that could work elsewhere, you know? And I just feel as though that if Dalot could do something here, guys, he could do something else. But like a lot of Barca fans have been really critical of Serginho Dest because of his ability to not cross the ball. His crossing ability is really bad. His defensive work rate is not great, and he just gets his defensive work has not really been great. Now attacking wise, I think he's been good. I think his passing has been good. I think his uh, passing has been good and everything, but it's just his cross has been really particularly been bad. So I don't really see why Dalot would really be much better. If anything, it seems to me more of a kind of like the Dest kind of thing. He's very similar to Serginho Dest, and so yeah, I just think that perhaps this isn't a one we should go for. You know. So as I said, I wouldn't be too opposed to this one. But I wouldn't be too happy either, if that makes any sense. So I don't know about this one, guys. I don't know about this one. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. So the next one we have, it is Jan Foyth. Now, these are the two players I'm really looking forward to. I think Jan Foyth and frimpong, these are the two players I particularly want. Now, Jan Foyth for me is probably the most realistic one of the five. You know, I say that because he plays at Villarreal. He's on, you know, and just because he's in La Liga, it would be really good because he's the only player that's in our local league. And it just feels as though that his age, 24 years old, is great. He can also play as a center back as well, which is versatile. We can have the versatility there. Although I don't really think we need more center backs. I think we're already loaded in that position now with the rival of Jules Koundé. However, I do think that Jan Foyth could be good. He's Argentine as well and everything like that. He's a proven winner. He just won the Europa League recently. And he was great in the Europa League final. I watched that Europa League final. He was fantastic. My only concern with Jan Foyth, though, is this. He isn't a natural right back. I believe he's a right back, a center back that turned into a makeshift right back. And that is my issue. Is that if you're not a natural right back, you're probably not ideally the best position. So, for me personally, if of the five, I would actually go for him. I think he'd be the best option. I actually want to look at his transfer market real quick. What is his price looking at? His price. What is his price looking like? I actually want to see this real quick. His price is 27.5 mil. So that isn't too bad. That isn't too bad, guys. That is a decent price. Okay? And then finally, we have the final option, guys. This is probably the most unrealistic. I don't see us going for him. I would love to get him, guys, but I just don't see him coming. It's going to be way too expensive. And that is Jeremy Frimpong. Bayer Leverkusen. He's right back at Bayer Leverkusen, guys, and he's a fantastic player. You know, he's 21 years old, plays it. Bayer Leverkusen has been one of the most integral players, and he's been very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Now, I just don't really think we're going to get for him. And let me explain two reasons why. Number one is that he's playing at Bayer Leverkusen. And we know for a fact that he is just a player that is going to be very expensive because Bayer Leverkusen, they're going to sell their players for a high price. They're going to sell. I mean, let's look at his transfer market. Let's look at this real quick because I remember they sold Kai Havertz for like 80 million, I think, and it's ridiculous money. Like, I mean, yeah, I just don't really see us going for him. Let's see. Wow, 22 million? That's his market value? I'm a bit surprised. I thought he'd be higher. I did not expect to see that, guys. I'm surprised to see that. But anyways, I still don't think we're gonna go for him, guys. He's a great player and all. I just don't really feel like we're gonna go for him because they're gonna try to get a lot of money for him. I would imagine he's one of their most up and coming young right backs as well, and he's really young, man. 21 years old. That's great. He's the youngest one of the five, and I would love to have him here at Barca, but I don't know, man. I just don't really know how good he can be, and like I said, he plays at Bayer Leverkusen, so we'll see what happens there. So of the five players, guys. For me personally, I would choose Jan Foyth. Let me just rank the five, okay? So I would go with Jan Foyth as first option. Second, I'll go with frimpong. Third, I would go with is dalot. Fourth, I'll go with is wan-bissaka, and fifth is meunier. These are the way I want to be ranked. I believe here, is there a way? No, they haven't ranked. Okay, it's not according to Barca Buzz. So I want you guys to comment down below which right back should Barca sign. And we'll see what happens, man. Because if we can get another right back this summer, then I'm very happy this summer. Because we got to get a right back, guys. Because we cannot have a Rahal playing the right back position. And it seems as though Serginho Dest is not trusted. And also, one last thing before we head off. I think we're going to get two right backs. Because it'd be really stupid if we sell Dest and get this a replacement. I just don't really see us. And we would only have one right back then. So I just hope to God that we don't sell Dest and we just get another one as a backup player. And that would be great. That would be great indeed. So I want you guys to comment down below your thoughts and comment below who Barca should get in the right back position. Remember, guys, to subscribe to the channel if you're new to like this video if you didn't enjoy. Make sure you guys share the video with your friends. And please watch the video, guys. Watch the video, guys, because I realized my watch hours have been really low. We're like 2,000 watch hours, so we can try to get around the 3,000 range because, obviously, I feel like we've been kind of low. Try to watch the whole video, guys. Watch the whole video indeed. I do appreciate that. And yeah, make sure you guys comment down below your thoughts. Subscribe if you're not doing it. Make sure you guys check out my platform. Listen to the description below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.